Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, that's the 67's Workshop. Welcome to issue 90 of Build Your Own Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 from the year 1967 from our good old friends over at DeAgostini. Now, if you would like to have a go at building one of these yourselves, then head over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can be building this 1/6 scale Mustang, folks. Let's have a quick scope through the magazine. All American, Bonnie and Clyde, a passion for Fords there. Clyde Barrow and Bonnie Parker there themselves. Tells you all about their story. Today we've got the front of the engine and distributor with all the distributor cap leads and plugs, etc. So we're going to be building that. Loads of bits and pieces to go together, so pay attention. And you'll also, when you get to do the cap, these caps only go in the one way round, folks, but try and get your orientation to match what we're seeing there, okay, because that will come in handy later on when we do the leads to get the right firing order. Okay, tells you what you need to do there to put the base on the distributor cap, then mount it to the front of the engine. And this is what we're going to end up with at the end of today's episode, folks, okay? You then got Ford GT, the Mark IV versions there. Dan Gurney and AJ Foyt. You've then got a sad farewell to Ken Miles. Yeah, bless him. And then the 7-litre engine there as well, folks. And then the Mark IV's early development in the wind tunnel, which was the Ford J car with the body mods. So yes, give these a read, folks. You'll learn so much information. It really is worthwhile looking at. I'm going to pop the magazine to my left, and then we can start a little bit of assembly. I'll just get my nippers ready because we're going to need those as well. So let's drop them up there. Right, first up we want the front engine casing, and rather beautiful, isn't it? And then we want this little valve there, okay, a little cylindrical connector, fits into a hole on the upper part of the block, it says. So that's what we want, and we want it to go in there. Got a little cutout to go there. And that just sits in there like so, okay? It's basically a little tiny hose that when this mates up to the engine, it's just a little joining hose, okay? We then want part 90C, which is this. And this is the engine front support, folks, okay? It says, note the correct direction, fix the support with 2 DS2 screws. So we're going to have that like so, okay? Check and double check, and it's the recessed one that goes at the very top, folks, okay? So let's just put a bit of oil on there, and as you can see, my recessed one is at the very top. We can then send that screw in there and screw that in place. Like that, and then put the bottom one in, and then we'll fully tighten them once this one's in. Spin that round. There you go. That's now fully home. Now we can do the same with that one. Bingo. I like to fully home them once I've got them both in place. Right, we're now going to start cutting these leads off. We've got loads of pipes here, so I want to make sure they're all the same length. Like that. Let's just double check. Here they are. So let's grab one of those. And we want one of these. Let's grab one of them. that, and I'll go for number 10. The reason I'm doing that, though they're the same, is number 1 is going over in there. I'm going to have number 10 do that. So that's tube side, because it's the skinnier of the pins. And then that is going to go in there. And they'll only go in one way, because they're semicircular. So line your semicircle up. And that is the centre cap in. Always good to do the centre cap first, purely and simply because once all the others are around the outside, you're not going to get much purchase on it. Now you'll see why I saved lead number 1, because we're going around clockwise. Okay, so I want to match the numbers, just makes it easier to remember, especially if you haven't done this before. So lead number 1 is what we've got. Orientate your distributor cap. I've got my centre cap poking out roughly just past 9 o'clock, and number 1 is going just down there. Okay, straight in like so. So now we'll grab lead number 2. These are all numbered. So number 2. There you go. Same process. Little pressy pops onto the pipe. And then number 2 is going above. And then as these are going in, you'll see that the leads are pretty much positioning themselves where they're going to end up going. Okay. I might actually put some glue on mine, just to be on the safe side, because they are a little bit loose. Let's grab a pair of tweezers. There you go. And then we'll do the same with that one. I'm just happy of getting a bit of glue on them, to be honest. Next up we got number 3, so let's grab some more of these. Grab lead number 3, which is that one. Don't need glue on the pipe side, they seem a nice press fit. Just have that off there. And then grab number 3, which is up there. Then we want number 4. And they give you a spare one of these little caps as well, just in case you lose one. Because, you never know, it might ping off your bench. Once the carpet monster's claimed it, you'll never see it again. Number 4's coming off that way. Like so. I'll grab number 5. That. And like I say, just a smidge of white cap glue, to me a white cap. PVA, anything like that, they'll all do the same thing. Number 5 is coming out that way. And then he's feeding over there, just like so, okay? There's obviously been a V, you've got a left and a right bank. So the leads are going to go relevant to whatever bank their plug is located on. Like that. And I'm trying to apply the glue to the flat face, basically. Alright, so we've gone 5. We then got 6 coming up at a jaunty angle that side. So this is to move you slightly out of the way. But you can go up there. And then 7 and 8 are going to go across the bottom there. Let's grab number 7. Like that. And we want lead number 8, which is that one. And put them out of the way for the moment. Grab you. Place you on there. Like that. Give you a little bit of glue. And then that's that lead going there. And that is our spider. We then want this little cap to go on. Can only go on the one way. As you can see, little woodruff key. And we want that to go on like that. And lock in place. And then we want to line up our distributor then and get that on that block, and that is going in with a PS2 screw, folks. Let's grab that off of there. We can put a bit of oil on it. That. Let that run all the way down that thread, and then we can locate this on our engine then. Let's grab that, and again this has got a little woodruff key on it, see? Little woodruff key just there, and that's going just on the right hand side. That way it lets you orientate your cap the correct way round, folks. And once you've got that in situ, we then want to feed a screw in just there. Like that. And what that does is now the leads automatically splay to their correct sizes, sides even. So we can now lay those just along inside the gap there until later on, or when we get to put them in their correct spark plug holes. I'm just going to line them all up and send them all array around there. You do get some cable management later on that sits just on top of these rocker covers that we can insert these leads into, but for the moment I'm just going to orientate them along there just tucks them in nice and neat and keeps them out of the way. Like that, okay? So that's what you're going to end up with at the end of today's issue, folks. Okay, so don't forget, if you'd like to grab these and build one of these along with me, head over to DeAgostini's website. There's a clickable link in the description below. And you too can be building this beautiful Mustang. Also, to help me out, you can click little festa in the corner, just down in there, and subscribe to the channel. I'll be immensely grateful. Also, whilst you're there, give the bell a ring, select all, and that way you'll get notified of upcoming future content. In the meantime, thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. Stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now.